Welcome to Game Day Battle, where Cleveland sports news meets biased and outspoken opinion. We have a special Game Day Battle tonight. In fact, it's called the Holy Shit episode. This is crazy, exactly. We have the Cleveland Browns, who traded away the very best player, and so surprising, when I got the text, I didn't believe the text, and I ignored it for quite a while until finally many texts came in and I had to go check this out. So he's gone. Team's over, right? We're going to start a third-string quarterback. They looked outstanding, and they won the game, gave new hope, probably false hope, but new hope. It's a whole different day. Again, holy shit. Now you've got the Indians also, who have been pretty much left for nothing.
I wrote them off. Sorry.
Everybody wrote them off about 10 times this season. I kind of stopped paying attention. They now hold the wild card for the playoffs, have a magic number of 5. Oh, no, it's 4 because they won tonight.
4 easy.
Holy shit. What the hell's going on? The Indians are going to get into the playoffs. And this is the team that at the end of last season, if you remember, was just blown apart. It was a bad situation. Nobody thought we'd be here where we're at right now, and that's amazing. Ohio State Buckeyes, 76-0. Holy shit! What's up with that? 76-0. Did Urban Meyer run up the score? And do you care if he did?
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little. But right now I've got Ramon Torres to my left. This is Dale Shantz Tersey to my right. I am Mike Glass, all in Indians gear. Now, who is the missing guy here? That's Brett Finnegan. Technically, we weren't supposed to film again until Brett came back, so this is kind of a supplemental special show that we're just going to do because, again, holy shit, what's going on in Cleveland now? This is crazy.
This is show 98.5.
98.5, but not the radio station. No affiliation.
WMCX. Although, feel free to sponsor.
We'll take a sponsor. Sure, anybody? So your Cleveland Indians, the team that you gave up on many times this year, most of you out there, I know I did, we all did, they now hold the wild card spot and have a magic number of 4. Of course, 4 games left, but 4 wins by them, or a combination of wins and losses by them in Texas. So, holy shit, how did they get here?
Playoffs? What? Cleveland's first playoff game since 2008. Let that sink in for you. That's what's on the line here.
A moment to let it sink in. Now, dovetailing with that, a team that can actually beat other teams. Now, this isn't some sort of lucky little streak that they got on. Think about this season, that you've watched. We've been really high on the Indians for a while because they'll go on tears, just 20 games of just demolishing everybody. And then an 8-game losing streak, or losing, 8 out of 10. It's been frustrating in that sense, but when you look at it as a whole season, maybe if you spread those out a little bit, it becomes a much more exciting season. There are a lot of games, and we're going to finish hopefully over 90 games and get in the playoffs this year. Pretty big. So here's the question. As far down as they had gone, as far as they had been down sort of in, I don't want to say the cellar, but at least out of the playoff contention, what happened? What was it specifically that came around for this team that got them in the position they are now? They still may not get in the playoffs, but they're in an amazingly good position to do so. What specifically got them there?
I think finally the team is starting to gel together. These guys, obviously it's a lot of guys' first years here. A lot of young players here who haven't never been this far. So, and then we got some veterans that have been there, in GIAMBI, But I feel like they're finally starting to gel and they get what's happening now. This is a fun time now, and they're having fun with it. This is that's what counts. They're not uptight out there. They're having fun. Even though we had to walk off a home run, but a big win today. With a 7-2, I think was a win. But you can see the team going out there and having a good time, and that's what I like to see. A team that's gelling. Everybody's coming, all right, he gave up 2 home runs, but look, bam, smacked the home run, won the game. Like, you didn't expect that to happen, but that's the kind of things happen when you don't give up and you believe this team can go somewhere.
So guys kind of come out of the woodwork. to make things happen when
exactly,
the
you know,
aren't.
but that's been our year. Like Reynolds was hot in April, you know, he picked up a lot of games for us, you know. Then Kipnis went on that roll where he was hot, you know, and you know maybe it's Giambi's turn. You know, he's a veteran. The guy knows how to hit the ball. You know, he's been there plenty of times, and you know that's the kind of stuff we need. You know, and he's showing leadership in the dugout. That's the kind of stuff I like to see when I see a team going into the stretch, playing the best ball they can possibly play.
Yeah, it's all about being hot at the right time, I think, and we're definitely doing that. We're riding a 6-game winning streak right now, and we're winning games when we need to. And every night it's somebody else stepping up. You know, we've got a lot of talent on this roster, and we're deep. We've got some talent of guys that can't even see the field right now. That we've got such quality players going. And it's really great to see them doing this and giving us the possibility for a playoff game. I'm really pumped. To look back, though, and say, well, what was that game changer? I like when Ramon brought up Mark Reynolds because I think that was huge. He did come in and he started off hot, but then he came back down to earth and showed what he really was, and that was a 150 strikeout guy who he's going to hit you the deep ball, but he's just going to strike out way too much to make a difference. Getting rid of him and moving Santana to first base and letting Gomes come in and be in the lineup consistently as the catcher, I think has totally revamped this entire squad.
It's a culmination of a lot of things, and it all started back when Francona said, "Yes, I'll take this job."
Absolutely.
And we owed the win the other night to Giambi, who was here only because of Francona.
Unbelievable game, by the way. Jason Giambi, you're my hero.
He was there.
Chris Perez should write you a pretty large check.
Maybe you can give a big package.
Yeah,
you know, a big package. We
to
don't
the
know
wrong
what's in
address.
it.
To the wrong address.
I almost felt bad. I mean, you know, you step in with this game on the line, and you gotta face the 7, 8, 9 batters, and you give up a home run to tie the game. Then you're like, oh, now I'll strike 2 people out, only to give up the go-ahead run on a home run. I mean, they were vicious. They were vicious. I actually kind of felt bad for him at one point. Like, man, how can he come out here and just like let this one go over? But fortunately, he'll probably just smoke some bud.
No, but he's getting what he deserves, you know. Because I tell you what, as much shit he talked about this city and how this place ain't going nowhere, and we go out there night in and night out and put you in game-winning situations, and you just proving us right that you're worthless.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He never dissed the city. He only dissed the people that were complaining or not showing up to the games. When they were winning. Now,
he dissed in the city.
He made an attack. He attacked the fans.
He attacked the fans. He attacked the negative fans. Now, I think his heart was in the right place, but you can't. If you do that, you better save every opportunity you get. All right, so Richardson gone, starting quarterback gone. Third-string quarterback in.
Inserted.
And they looked outstanding and they won. Holy shit, what happened? We have a brand new Browns team, a brand new quarterback that I think is probably here to stay, at least for a while, and a very different backfield. So,
yeah.
Let's just hit Richardson. And Dale,
all right,
you might be a little upset about this.
I'm scoring. Again.
When we drafted Richardson, he was probably the first person to go out and look for McFarland. Cool little statue.
12-inch
statue of Richardson.
Size matters, Ramon.
It does.
It matters.
And 12 inch is important. So
yeah, it was probably worth about $200. Now it's worth a nickel. Maybe a straw penny.
What you should do is paint it and then sell it to some guy in Indy.
Yeah, well, maybe he wants it. He's like, oh shit, I'll buy this. I remember I used to play for Cleveland. But I'm taking this pretty good right now. We've had some time for this to sink in. You know, we saw him on the field in Indy getting a touchdown on his first carry. But I don't understand this move. You can't judge Richardson in 2 weeks. He's finally healthy. You know, he comes out last year and he breaks the record for most rushing yards by a rookie in a season. He has more rushing touchdowns last year with 3 bad ribs than the 4 prior Cleveland Brown running backs before him amongst all their seasons.
Right.
I mean, you can't judge a guy off two weeks when they're, and I'm going to say it, when they're putting 8 or 9 in the box because we had no passing threat. I mean, come on. I just don't like it.
And it's easy to say that because it's very
terrible
obvious. It's very. I mean, we had one real threat, and that was Trent Richardson.
He's the face of our fucking franchise. Our third-round pick. We traded up to get this guy.
Yep. He was what the team was going to be built around. And in the old days, it was common to build around a running back. Maybe not so much nowadays. It's kind of old school. But it's not that it couldn't be done. And I don't think that anybody would have had as much of a problem with it as if they come out in the middle of the season when they're doing all of this changing around and they're shifting everything around. And you kind of get they had a different plan. But to start the season, to look at week 1, and then to look at week 2 and then pull the trigger on this, I don't even get it.
It's not good management at all. At all.
Mike Lombardi, who nobody here really likes probably,
No.
He said of the previous regime about picking Brandon Weeden that it was a panicked pick, which is pretty harsh. I mean, he came out publicly and said that it was a panic pick.
I agree with that.
I don't think that was harsh.
Well, no.
I mean, that's what it was. They took a high risk on an overaged quarterback.
I agree. But here's the thing. I don't know how anybody can look at a week 2 trade of your star, the best person on your team, a third pick of the draft in the first round, in the second week, for a random first-round pick from a decent team.
That you don't even know who the hell it's going to be.
Yes.
And with Indy, you're looking at 25 to 30 because they're going to the playoffs. They're going to be one of the top 8 teams.
Now they are, for sure.
Year. Absolutely. With a big win against San Francisco,
So how do you
that
not
was
call-
a big test for them.
How do you not call that panic? How do you not call that decision panic?
Out of the blue.
I'll let you guys air out, and that way I can bring you guys to reality what's really going on with
that.
this team. Is that Richardson is injured prone. You guys, right now, this guy can take one shot to that knee, and there goes our franchise.
And you know what? So can any other running back in the league.
We're not talking about it. We're
Not
talking
injury
about
prone, Ramon. He's finally healthy.
Okay, finally. But look at we wasted so much time on him.
What? There's running backs that have been in this league for
Okay.
5 years that have gotten
And
3 injuries. That's who you call injury prone.
Then you make a point like a rookie running back who broke the record. Of course, that was the only running back we ever drafted that was any good to break a record.
Okay, so you're saying he's been better than any other running back we've had
But
in this
name
team in
another-
maybe the past
name a-
60 years?
name another
So how
one.
do you trade a guy like that away?
Because you get what you put in, a first round
No.
pick. We would never have got anything back from him if we would have got hurt.
That's
And you know
that's
what?
terrible. You can't think like that.
Well, that's how they're thinking, and that's
No,
what it is.
that's
That's
not
the
what it
reality.
is. No, that's
you
not
don't
the
dump all your eggs into one basket for this guy.
So then how do you explain Jim Irsay? You think he wants to take a risk and give up his number 1 pick on a running back that's injury prone?
So now, see, they're only playing for this season. So say they lose him, now they're out of a first round pick.
They're not playing for this season. Trent Richardson is a running back of the future. I kid you not, and he's going to be around in the league for at least 6 years.
You say that. That's what you think.
He's a
But you don't-
prototype running back.
you
He's a
don't know.
Michael Turner.
They
He's a
show-
Doug Martin.
Frank
They
Gore.
show
Frank Gore. Those guys stick around. He's
his
one of the
tape, and he
legit
just-
number 1 backs.
You just don't have it. You just
No,
don't have
there's
what
not
it
enough.
is,
There's not
man.
enough tape to see if he has it. Because you want to know what? I saw it last year under Pat Shermer when he caught 49 passes
We saw it
and rushed
in
for
the-
11 touchdowns.
We saw it in the red zone only. This guy doesn't break 20-yard rushes.
Well, you know what?
He doesn't give you that big time run.
And you know what? You don't need that because
Yes, we
it's a
do.
passing league right now. And that's why he's only getting 13 carries. He's a 25, 30 carry back. He's a Marshawn Lynch type back.
Yeah, but when we're
and Lynch
giving
might
him-
be big and muscular, but when he does break free, he can go. But you got to give him more than 13 carries.
Yeah,
Yep.
but if I give you 13 chances and you can't get over 4 yards, what's going on?
Well, first off, over 4 yards is the goal. So if you get 4.1, 4.2,
No, he's not even getting that.
When
He's
they
averaging
ran him the first week of Miami and they came out and they were running the ball, they were moving the chains. And he was averaging 6-7 yards a pop. It's just that we had no legitimate threat through the air that everyone knows that Trent Richardson is our best player, so everybody game plans against him. You think they had game plan for Hoyer? You know what I mean? It's like they got nothing. This guy's so young. I'm telling you.
I think it was a good move because now we got 2 first-round picks. We can move up. We can trade both to get that star.
Yeah, because first-round picks work out real well for this city. Those are guaranteed
I didn't say
quality
that.
starters.
I never said that. But I always criticize what they do with Mingo. I didn't think that was the right pick. With Weeden, with Richardson, they reach for everybody.
Richardson was the right pick.
They reached because he was the only guy there.
No.
Of course. It's like one of them things that you fall into. If that's the best guy there.
We needed a running back.
Of
We
course.
took a prototype running back.
Oh, okay.
A top 5, top 10 running back.
He had knee problems. He had
They all had
surgery.
knee problems. Adrian Peterson had knee problems. He
Okay.
ran for 2,000 yards last year.
That's true.
Adrian
That's a good
Peterson's
point.
injury prone. Is he still a bomb-ass running back, the best in the
Of
league?
course.
You bet
but
your
that
ass
team
he
isn't
is.
going nowhere.
Well,
so he's playing for nothing.
Because he's one piece, because they got Christian Ponder as their fucking quarterback.
Okay, then.
And they have no air
But
game.
everybody
Yeah,
knows you need a good quarterback. You don't need a fucking all-standing running back to get somewhere.
Right, but it's a piece, and we were not
Okay.
paying him top 10 money. He was value. Trent Richardson was value.
Yeah, it's value, but we got our value back in a first-round pick. If this guy
No,
would have
we
got
don't.
hurt,
We got him in a
if anything
question
would have
mark.
happened
A
to this
question
guy,
mark.
we would have never got what we put into it.
Ramon, right now you're telling me that you're happy talking about April
I'm happy this team is making fucking drastic moves.
No.
Who cares? You know what?
That's not a drastic move. That's a panic move.
No, that's a drastic move.
Why
You didn't think it was gonna happen.
That's why you
That's
see no
drastic.
teams trading away last year's first-round pick just because we might not have been able to get that for him later. Yeah, we don't see it in them. We don't see it in them.
It was
Right.
a drastic move. I'm glad they did it, and they went out and got Willis McGahee, also proven running back in this league.
Injury prone, though.
Injury prone.
Proven
More injury
veteran,
prone than Trent Richardson.
But we signed him
with way
for
more
nothing.
miles on him.
Look,
You just dropped a Cadillac and you bought a fucking a Kia.
No, that's not
Yep.
true at all. You'll see this gonna work out the best, and when I mark my words now, you're gonna see this. And when Richardson does get hurt, God forbid he does, but if that does happen, you're gonna see when Indy has no running game. You're lucky they got Bradshaw over there, which he was proven this past week to do big things.
Yeah,
But-
and you just named it. If Bradshaw can rush for 100 yards behind that line, wait till Trent Richardson has a week or two at the playbooks and starts getting a bulk load of those carries. You're going to see what he was. And props to Jim Irsay for pulling off an amazing move. I'll flip this around and look at the other side of it. That's a
playing for
brilliant
this year.
move right there. No, he's not playing for this year because he's playing for the next 10 years because he's got Andrew Luck, the future quarterback of the game, and now he's got Trent Richardson, the future running back of the NFL.
So-
and he got 2 top 3 picks for a 25.
You want an all-star or Pro Bowl quarterback, or you want a Pro Bowl running back? You know,
Why can't we have both?
Because most
What's
teams
wrong
don't
with both?
have both.
Yeah, but
Well,
when they
both
do,
teams
it's
don't
something
have
special.
both.
You can't
Well,
tell me
okay.
that. You can't tell me that quality teams that have a quality quarterback would not be a better football team
The
if they had a
biggest
quality run
piece
game.
is a quarterback. And that's what we're trying to go after next year. This is going to be the biggest year for quarterbacks
Well,
coming out
you
of
don't-
college
you don't give
in
up-
the last 3 years, 4 years. So that's why I like it. They're
I
making
know.
a move to make for a damn quarterback.
Yeah,
We need one.
they're making a move for next year in week 2, and how dare they slap all the Cleveland Browns ticket holders in the face by doing this after they called them and poached them and took them in for fucking tours of the stadium just to try to weasel their season ticket money out of them, only to Rochambeau them right in the nutsack and trade the face of the franchise 2 weeks into the season. Don't give me
Hey.
anything. You know what? I'm okay with this this Hoyer story. I like that. I like that he's from St. Ignatius. If this guy can step in and make throws like he made last week, I'm okay
yeah.
with that.
You know, and that was awesome.
You throw the ball 53 times, you're going to throw some interceptions. Okay, I can get over that. But 350 yards and 3 touchdowns, those throws he made to Cameron in the
Clutch
back of the end
throw.
zone,
You
those
see
were
no
legitimate.
throws. You
That was
see
a
no
game-winning
throws
drive.
behind. You see everything caught in stride. You see everything in the hands. You didn't see everything over the top.
We've got 2 minutes on the clock. All right, GDB fans, it is time for our 2-minute drill. What was that, Siri? You want to play?
You got humans on the clock.
We got humans on
We're
the
playing
clock.
with Siri here. Not doing a very good job of it, really. So.
Yeah, well, it's, we take 2 minutes and we fire off some questions that don't necessarily make the table or aren't necessarily Cleveland sports related, but it's a lot of fun. We all have a lot of fun with it, so feel free to play at home. Can I get 2 minutes on the clock?
You are going to get 2 minutes right now.
All right, Felix, Buckeyes big win, 76-0. Did Urban Meyer run up the score and say "FU" to FSU?
Yeah, he did. I'm glad we're starting to get that here. We didn't have that with our last regime.
You like it?
Yep.
Nicely said, Dale. Yeah, he said fuck you to everybody in the entire sports world. ram it to him. I think our third string running back had like 180 yards or something. He didn't try to run it up. We just can't.
I agree with you. That's something that we never saw Jim Tressel do, was have that killer mentality to just put your foot on their throat and don't let the pedal off. So 6 touchdowns in the first half, also that was insanity. All right, boxing news. Floyd Mayweather was paid a record $47 million in his last fight against Alvarez. How much do you think it's going to cost for him to fight Pacquiao? Mike?
You know, it's obviously a much bigger fight, so I'm going to add about 7 or 8 million to that. To make it happen. It'll probably be much more insane than that.
So $500 million.
Yeah.
What about you, Felix?
Probably about 60 billion.
Billion? 60 billion.
Billion? No.
I think that's a way of saying that fight might never happen. But if it does, they should probably split $100 million down the middle. I'd be down for that. All right, NBA. Kevin Durant called out D. Wade as a player of top 10 players in the NBA were listed, and he said D. Wade should not be on that list. Mike, should he?
Hell no, he should. Not right now, he shouldn't be, that's for sure.
I don't think so. Called him out. I think James Harden should have been on there, is what he said, and I agree with him. Get D-Wade out there.
James Harden needs some more work. I think he's still up there. All right, Pittsburgh Pirates, first playoff berth since '92. Is that a bigger news story than a Cleveland Browns playoff win since '94?
Hell no. This town and everybody all across the country, Browns backers, would erupt.
Ramon.
Hell no. Browns all the way.
I'm going Browns all day. All right, quick one. Next movie sequel, if you can have any movie sequeled, Overtime. That's the 2 minutes.
I could take every Star Wars I could, so sequel that.
Scarface.
Scarface 2. I'll take Wayne's World 3.
All right. Very cool. Well done, Dale. As usual, Dale's been taking his last few times. So
we didn't get it in that day, though. I stumbled a little bit.
You know, and to be honest, I actually thought we were out of questions. I forgot about that last question, so I kind of
slowed it down a little.
I kind of slowed it down, thinking we could
it's bad
come out of time.
communication. It's bad communication.
Yeah, we're not pros. We are not pros here. Don't ever let us fool you. We're not pros. All right, we have a very small amount of time left, and we know it's just a supplemental holy shit show, but we're going to have a holy shit raising of the beer, and we just get to raise our beer to somebody we love, somebody we hate, and tonight, I think we're going to start off with Ramon Torres.
As always.
That's right.
I'm going to raise my... that got me all jacked up. I'm going to raise my beer, my hoppy beer, to the city of Cleveland. Couldn't be any happier where we're at right now with a big Browns win and with the Indians and where they're at right now. It's what the city needs right now. The downtown area needs it. It thrives off of it, and what better time to have it than right now for this playoff push. And nothing better to see a city who loves their sports like we do just be up in the air on this and high off sports, and that's what I love to see. You know, to go downtown and feel, and you run into everybody that has the same kind of mentality as you about their teams and feel the same way, and I just love it. I love it.
It's good stuff. It's very good stuff. No doubt about that.
I'm going to raise my beer to holy shit Jason Giambi. I was at that game yesterday, and it was unbelievable to watch him step in there and shine at 45 plus. And just to watch our team just having a blast after that win, hitting them with the Gatorade shower.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we've got that. We've got the chemistry on this team right now, so it's really an exciting time. And just your emotions went from, yay, we're going to win this game, Perez is going to do it, to holy shit, fuck you, Perez, to oh my God, Jason Giambi is a fucking hero.
Yeah.
And just it's great to have that and what he brings to the team I love, so props to that. Jason Giambi.
Yeah,
already had kids.
No doubt. And it makes me think and feel about those mid-90s
Magic.
Yeah,
Magic is back.
Dude, I was at Progressive Field when we beat the Yankees and in the playoffs, and with the crazy stuff going on at Jacobs Field.
That's blasphemy.
That really was.
Excuse me.
I apologize to
Change our name back.
I apologize to every single Cleveland Indians fan out there. I was serving them. But remember the Magic down there. And that's what I'm saying, and it makes me think of that. I'm going to raise my beer to Yankee. Is it possible? Mariano Rivera,
Oh,
retiring.
yeah.
An outstanding individual. And
I've met him.
my applause. Did you really?
He's been to my house.
No, he
Comes
he's
over
like-
on occasion.
Yes. Anyway, an outstanding individual who I think, if you could look back at his career, he not only was overlooked by everybody in the Yankees organization, they left him unprotected at the expansion point. Nobody wanted him. He was just kind of a nobody, not much of a future kind of guy. He worked. He had a good season. Nobody cared. He had another good season. Nobody really cared. He had a good season. People started saying, oh, maybe he's something. He kept working at it, and he kept his mouth shut. You never heard about any crap with this guy, really.
Well, he doesn't speak English, so.
Maybe that's why. He said a lot of bad stuff. But the coolest thing about this guy, he's going on his retirement tour, basically, this year.
Yeah.
And he goes to each town and selects people, fans, announcers, prominent people, not the players, but prominent people that made sports in that town important. When he came to Cleveland, he met with the drummer, the outfield drummer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That touches me in a deep way. It's like, that's our guy.
Yeah,
That's Cleveland, that's our guy. And he wanted to meet with him, he wanted to talk to him, he wanted to basically thank him for his contribution. As fans, what we do for the sport. I think it's tremendous, and it's a great way to go out. Hopefully he doesn't do what a lot of athletes do and come back after 1 year and say, maybe I'm not retiring, but I'm going to come back for a little while. Great story.
Would you spend $450 on a Mariano Rivera bobblehead?
It's possible.
I would. That was my player. But you touched on a good point, man. I'm glad that you came up with that. This outstanding gentleman. This to be touched by, you going to every stadium and they ain't even giving you a gift. Like they present him with something for every town or every team he goes to see, which is awesome. That goes to show you what kind of guy he is. That a team is from an opposite, your opponent willing to give you something before a game. Shows true sportsmanship in general, other than just a game where you're facing your rival. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
I don't know him or if he's a good guy, so I can't really comment.
You know what's cool though? You might like. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But for his final appearance, his final home appearance, Metallica was live to play Enter Sandman because that was the song that they would play when he come out.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So we got to come out and both teams just kind of stopped playing for a while. They played the whole song and there was some
That's awesome.
celebration and stuff. Yeah. It's a good story. It's like out of a movie, almost out of a movie. It's not Rudy, but it's almost out of a movie.
Don't know him. He's never touched me. Sorry, guys.
Do you wish he had, Dale?
He said he touched both of you. You must be a sick fuck, man.
Maybe it was good. Try it. Anyway, it was great being with you. I know it's not like a
Always.
full show.
It was a holy shit show.
Holy shit, what's
Holy shit,
happening
the
in
Indians are in
Cleveland?
the playoffs. Holy shit, we just traded Trent Richardson. Yeah.
Holy shit, our local St. Ignatius guy just won us a fucking
Holy
NFL
shit.
game.
The holy shit show.
Holy shit. Battle on.
Battle on.
Oh man.
That was fun.
Awesome. My ass is numb. That's okay.
I was concerned whether or not that was bothering you, Dale. Now I know.
Really good. Yeah.